ApoE gene was the first identified in 1992 and 3. It's actually ApoE gene has 3 variations. So one of them is we call it E4 allele. One of them we call the E3 and the other E2. And the E3 is the neutral one. So it's a common allele and it's a neutral one. And when we're talking about the risk allele, we're actually talking about the compared to neutral one, how it's increased or reduced. And interestingly, so the same group from Dr. Farid Rajabli, they identified the E4 allele as a risk allele, but the next year they also found that the E2 allele also showing the protective effect. So this gene and the effect of the gene is pretty high. That's why it's an important target for a therapeutic. But still, it's around 30 years that this gene is known, but still there's a need to many efforts to be done to understand how this gene, it's known their function effect. It's a very well actually studied gene, but this new studies by including the different populations actually giving us the more resolution to look at the genome. As we know that the genetic makeup of populations, even they are very similar, but they have also shown a difference. For example, our finding in African descent populations also showing the importance of including other populations in the studies, not just in terms of make all populations to be able to get the best treatment for this disease, but also in terms of better understanding the mechanism of the disease, as some variations exist in some populations, but not in others. For example, the locus, it's African ancestor specific. That's why we were able to identify this locus in African ancestor populations. But if we look just in European ancestor population, so because it's very rare, it will be very difficult to identify this locus. So yeah, including this diverse population in the study is very, very important. And it will help to better understand the genetic mechanism of the disease, as well as improve the studies to move the therapeutic of the efforts in Alzheimer's disease treatment.